The automatic doors of St. Clair General Hospital slid open, and in trotted a tiny golden puppy with a heavy black bag gripped tightly in its teeth. No collar, no leash, no owner in sight. At first, nurses and patients smiled at the unexpected visitor, but the smiles faded when the pup let out an urgent whine and pawed toward the emergency wing, refusing every attempt to take the bag. With each step, a faint metallic clink echoed inside, sending a ripple of unease through the lobby. No one could guess it yet, but what they would soon discover inside that bag would change everything. Morning sunlight streamed through the tall glass windows, flooding the lobby in a soft golden glow. It was the kind of peaceful start every doctor and nurse silently hoped for. A slow trickle of patients, the faint hiss of coffee machines, the rhythmic squeak of polished floors. Nurse Emily adjusted her ID badge and glanced at the clock. Just past 8 a.m. A calm shift, a rare gift. Then the automatic doors hissed again, and something unusual padded inside. A golden puppy, its fur shining like a drop of sunshine, marched confidently into the lobby. Dangling from its mouth was a black bag far too heavy for its size. The strap scraped against the floor, making heads turn. At first, a few visitors chuckled. Cute stray, someone murmured. But the mood shifted when the pup ignored reception, tail stiff and eyes wide with intent. It wasn't wandering, it was headed somewhere. Emily crouched instinctively. "Hey, sweetie," she called softly, reaching for the strap. The puppy stopped just out of reach, whined sharply, then backed up, still clutching the bag, its gaze locked on hers. It wasn't asking for food, it was urging her to follow. Dr. Marcus appeared from the wing, drawn by the strange scene. "Is someone missing their service dog?" he asked. No one spoke up. The security guard at the door shook his head. "Came in alone. No collar, no tags." The puppy barked, louder this time, and pawed the corridor toward the east wing. Then it looked back at Emily, eyes bright, tail rigid, demanding action. The bag swung slightly. Something inside rattled, metallic, delicate. Unease prickled through the room. Emily rose slowly, keeping her voice calm. "It's okay, little one, we just want to help." The puppy bristled but stood its ground, guarding the bag as if it carried something precious. Around them, conversation in the lobby faded to silence. A toddler pointed excitedly, but his mother lowered his hand, sensing the tension. Dr. Marcus crouched again, studying the pup. "Look at its stance," he murmured. "Alert, focused, not random." When he reached carefully for the strap, the dog snapped a warning bark that startled nearby patients. The metallic clink inside rang louder this time, sharp as metal striking glass. Reggie, the broad-shouldered security guard, stepped forward cautiously. "All right, little buddy, let's get you outside." The puppy darted sideways, swift and deliberate, always staying just out of reach. Emily tried again, offering water in a paper cup. The pup sniffed but didn't budge. Instead, it gave a low whine, pawed the floor, then barked and turned sharply toward the east wing. Marcus narrowed his eyes. "It's not looking for food or shelter, it's leading us." The puppy barked again, tugged the strap, and stepped toward the corridor with renewed urgency. The sound inside rattled once more, and everyone froze. The crowd watched as the puppy moved with precision, pacing in circles like a messenger carrying orders too important to fail. Emily's pulse quickened. Her instincts screamed that ignoring it would mean ignoring someone in desperate need. "Whatever's inside that bag," she said firmly, "it's meant to reach someone. We need to figure out who before it's too late." The puppy yipped as if in agreement and tugged the bag toward the east wing doors. Dr. Marcus straightened. "It's guiding us, and if that sound is what I think it is, we can't waste another minute." Reggie spoke into his radio. "Security to main lobby, possible unattended item, animal involved." 2 more guards arrived, tension climbing with their presence. The pup froze, then backed toward the corridor, eyes sharp, as though calculating. One of the guards crouched with an open hand. "Easy now." The dog whined, lowered the bag, barked once, then nudged it toward the doors before picking it up again. The message was unmistakable. "Follow me." Reggie hesitated, then nodded. "All right, let's see where it leads." Emily, Marcus, and the guards fell in behind it. Their footsteps echoed like a slow drumbeat. The hospital's calm dissolved into a charged silence. Something urgent, perhaps life or death, waited beyond the next door. The puppy barked again, sharp, insistent, snapping them both from their thoughts. It pressed the black bag tighter against the base of the door and looked up with pleading eyes. Reggie shifted uneasily. "You're both thinking it too," he said quietly. "This dog knows something more than we do." Marcus nodded slowly. "I've trusted stranger signs with fewer stakes. We have to treat this like a coded message." Another metallic clink echoed from the bag, louder this time, almost like a hidden clue waiting to be unlocked. Emily felt a chill ripple through her. Outside, the wail of approaching sirens grew louder, blending with the faint buzz of the hospital intercom. Time was collapsing. Marcus met Reggie's gaze. "If there's even a chance this animal is leading us to someone from that crash call, we can't afford hesitation." The puppy gave a low whine, as if urging them to stop talking and act, and in that charged silence, every person in the hallway felt the same truth settle in. This little dog wasn't just part of the story, it was the key to saving a life. The corridor felt smaller with each passing second, the overhead lights humming like a taut wire ready to snap. The puppy sat perfectly still now, guarding the black bag as though it contained a heartbeat. Emily crouched, pulse quickening, her eyes locked on the worn zipper. "We need to see what's inside," she said quietly, glancing at Drive. "Marcus, if this is connected to that accident, every minute counts." Marcus hesitated, his mind racing through hospital safety protocols. If it's medical supplies, opening it could help, but what if it's unstable, chemicals, something pressurized? We can't be reckless. Reggie tightened his grip on his radio. "We could wait for bomb disposal, or animal control," he offered, though even he lacked conviction. The distant sirens wailed louder, relentless. The puppy suddenly barked, high-pitched, urgent, then pawed frantically at the bag and the sealed door beside them. It was as if the small creature could sense their indecision and was pleading for action. Emily met its deep, urgent eyes and felt a certainty she couldn't explain. "This isn't random," she said firmly. "Someone out there is depending on us. I can feel it." The metallic clink inside the bag echoed again, sharper than before. Marcus exhaled, the sound loud in the tense corridor. "All right," he said finally, resolve hardening his voice. "We'll open it, carefully." Reggie stepped back, hand hovering near his radio. Emily slipped on a pair of disposable gloves from a nearby cart while Marcus crouched beside the bag. The puppy backed up a few inches, watching intently, tail trembling but eyes steady. "Easy," Marcus whispered, gripping the zipper, "slow and steady." The hallway seemed to hold its breath, every creak of fabric, every distant siren, every heartbeat merged into one electric moment. With a careful pull, the zipper began to slide. The faint rasp filled the silence like a drawn-out breath. Marcus eased the zipper open inch by inch. Inside, the bag's contents shifted with a soft clink. Everyone held still, Emily kneeling nearby, Reggie standing guard, another security officer hovering close. The puppy's golden ears twitched, but it didn't retreat. Instead, it sat poised, tail trembling lightly, as if willing him to continue. At last, the zipper parted enough for Marcus to peel the bag open. He froze, surprised. Neatly packed inside lay a folded baby blanket patterned with pale blue stars, 2 bottles of formula, and a small insulated pouch wrapped carefully in a clean towel. No chaos, no danger, only deliberate care. Emily reached in gently and lifted the towel. A chill swept over her when she saw what rested inside: a sealed vial of clear liquid, a sterile syringe still in its packaging, and a small folded sheet of paper. The metallic sound they'd heard all along had been the rattle of these medical supplies. Reggie let out a slow breath. Not a bomb, medical gear. Marcus unfolded the paper. The handwriting hurried and uneven, words cramped onto the page. "Help. Car crash off Millers Grove Road. Mother trapped. Infant needs insulin and formula. Phone dead. Follow the puppy." The message ended with a shaky scrawl of initials. Marcus's pulse spiked. "This is a direct plea for help," he said, voice tight. "Someone prepped this bag for us to find." Emily looked at the puppy, her heart thudding. "You carried all of this across town?" The little dog gave a soft, mournful whine and nudged the blanket as if to confirm. Reggie spoke quickly into his radio. Dispatch. We have a note confirming a crash on Millers Grove Road. Mother and infant in critical need. Send rescue units immediately. Coordinates to follow. The puppy barked once, sharp and resolute, then stepped toward the end of the hall. It paused, eyes gleaming with urgency. Marcus stood, the paper trembling in his hand. It's not finished. The bag was only the beginning. This dog wants to lead us the rest of the way. Without another word, the group prepared to follow. The tiny messenger had delivered its proof. Now it demanded action, and no one in that corridor doubted for a moment that lives hung in the balance.
If this tale moved you, if you felt the tension, the heartbreak, and the triumph, please support our channel by hitting the like button and subscribing. Your support means the world to us and helps us bring more thrilling, emotional, and inspiring stories your way. Leave a comment below and let us know what you think. Do you believe dogs have an extraordinary sixth sense? Share your thoughts and personal stories with us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.